So China recently announced that starting May 2026, it would apply a zero tariff policy on imports from Africa. If tariffs drop to zero, African products by default become cheaper. That sounds like a good thing at first glance. And the continent for a very long time has struggled with market access, right? And has struggled with the imbalance of trade, between Africa and the rest of the world. Trade access alone does not automatically create development. So the real question here is, what will a free tariff policy do for Africa? How does it help us industrialize? How does it help us in our economic growth ventures? If you're thinking trade, you have to think, well, what are you trading? What do you have to offer to the Chinese market? And right now, what does Africa have to offer to China? That should be the first question. In terms of our exports, right now, we must agree without any ounce of a doubt that we export mostly raw materials. So how beneficial would this be for us to continue to export raw materials at zero tariffs? Or would it be beneficial for us to, instead of exporting raw materials, should we be exporting more semi-finished or finished goods? So these are the questions we must ask ourselves. And the opportunity that has been, raised by this, no tariff policy will really reveal a lot about Africa's development strategy. It would tell us, well, are we willing to continue a long train of exporting our goods in this four states, or are we going to think about how to export products in a more value-added, style? And beneath the zero tariff policy lies a few fine prints that we must explore, and that includes things like production capacity. When the demand, exceeds your supply, are you actually able to meet up with the demand? Two, we have product quality standards. What is the standard of the product you're exporting? Does it meet international guidelines? Does it meet quality standards? Is it approved by organizations that review quality and assess quality? Assuming you're exporting raw agricultural products, do you have the logistics that comes into exporting such products for you to get to the market in an ideal state? And then we also have electricity reliability that comes with production. So we're in this cycle of production capacity, meeting demand, quality product, or meeting quality standards. So can the products that would be offered or will be traded meet these guidelines? Because if it doesn't, then the zero tariff policy would not serve us much, because we wouldn't be able to meet demand. We wouldn't be able to meet the quality standards for imports. And by default, we would just end up exporting what we know how to export, or what we can export, which is our raw materials. And what does that do for us in the long term in terms of our economic growth, our industrialization plan, and our development initiatives? Because a zero tariff policy doesn't change what we produce. It only creates a market mechanism or an incentive to export more, but it doesn't create the product for you, right? For you to be able to benefit off of that policy, you have to have the product ready to go to market.